the last couple of weeks, and with the heat and everything going on, well, I just kind of actually been busy working. So I hope all is well with everybody out there in the world, and our world has changed dramatically. Space, civilians in space, what can I say? Civilians in space has changed everything that's going to happen from this day forward, as we will be, again, going into the world of travel. And before you know it, we will have hotels in space. People will be working in space. It will be a completely different world out there. Frankly, I think it's very exciting. Would I go into space? Yeah, I would. Would you go into space? I don't know. Let me know. Hi, Lucy. How are you doing out there? It is overcast today in Borrego. There is no rain. We did get rain yesterday. Yesterday during our sizzling summer member mixer, we did have some rain. It was so wonderful to see and feel. Everybody wanted to run outside and stand in the rain. But today it's a little overcast, and it's just, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be raining out there. But welcome to Traveling with Francoise. Here's my venue right here behind me. Here, should all be there right now. But you're right here with me, and I really appreciate it. So we're going up into space, but during all these exciting times, I am hearing some horror stories out there about travel. And I want to say hi to Christopher. How you doing? Let's see, Alejandro, how are you? Ronnie, hey, how's it going? Hi to everyone out there, and thanks so much for joining me. I know I kind of a little erratic, but it's just been a crazy time for me as well. So I thought I'd jump on today and check in and give you a few tips on what is going on in the world of travel. Now, the screen behind me is a station called Weather Spy, and I have it on here in the chamber all the time when the chamber is open, because it's just, people come in and talk and relax. We give them information, and I think it's nice for them to see what's out there in the world as well. Obviously, they're travelers, so they are here. So I am one that says, let's just go everywhere, including space. Would you go to space? I don't know. I think a lot of people will go to space. I don't think we can pay that $28 million price tag or even that $250,000 price tag. But at some point in the world, it will be a $50 ride. I don't know. It will all change. It will, maybe not $50, but it will all change. Okay, let's talk about travel, because that's why you're watching this show, Traveling with Francoise. Again, thanks so much for joining me. I am Francoise Rhodes. I am inside the Borrego Springs Chamber of Commerce right now, out here in wonderful Borrego Springs. We are gearing up for our big Borrego Days event in October, the 23rd and 24th. So if you are a vendor out there and you would like to be part of our 2-day big event that kicks off the season, send me an email at borregochamberdirector@gmail.com, or go right to our website and you can get all the information to find me. Send me an email and I will get you that information. Okay, so I'd love for as many vendors to have as possible. We're going to have live entertainment, food trucks, arts, crafts, all types of vendors, amateur show, eventually amateur talent show, all sorts of fun things. All right, anyway, travel. Here's something. So first of all, let's talk about the horror travel stories. And I don't like talking about negative, but I'm telling you this because I want you to be prepared. I have talked to so many travelers now who have told me that they're going into towns that are basically travel destinations, and the hotel rooms midweek skyrocket. Just $400, $500, $600, one place $800 for a family of 4. And that was, she said, just a mediocre hotel. It is nuts out there. If you have not booked in advance, be prepared, have that credit card or cash ready, because you are going to be paying. So for those of you who have still not planned your travel, your stops along the way to your destination, your route, do it now. Plan where you're going to stay, because you might not even be able to get a room. I'm hearing that also. Rooms are filled up. RV campsites filled up. People are staying in Walmart parking lots. I mean, I have parking lots anywhere. So really be proactive and not reactive, and plan ahead, please, and you will save yourself some dollars, because it is very expensive out there. Between restaurants, gas, and hotel, very expensive. And I'm not saying this to scare you off, because you're going in droves. You are traveling in droves, and I think it's fabulous. But I don't want you to be shocked. I don't want you to have sticker shock. Hi, Kathleen, how are you? And she says, only for the rich and famous. Welcome to California. Well, I don't know. That's probably everywhere. I think that says how famous. I have to like move in there to see the little tiny print. But I do think that sometimes space travel will be affordable. I really do. I think it's just, but probably not in any of our lifetimes. But at some point will. If any of you read J.D. Robb, and some of you might, she has talked about this world of space out there in all her books for a long time. And it's really interesting because I think that we are going to get to that place where they actually send prisoners to different planets. And we have these hotels in space, and going to different planets will just be natural. I don't know. I see that. I really do, but not for a long time. I probably will never see that. Hey, Gary, how are you out there? Thanks so much for joining, for me just hopping on for this live Traveling with Francoise. So I have another big tip for you. I actually spent the night last night here in Borrego Springs, and it was really lovely. It was just, like I say, we had a summer mixer last night. It was very nice, members only. We really enjoyed it. But I've been reading about travel, and I stayed at the Borrego Springs Resort. They always do such a fabulous job there, and I'm very comfortable. I slept really well. In fact, during the mixer, we saw a bunch of coyotes. A pack of coyotes went across the lawn area out there, just wandering around looking for some food. So it's always interesting when you see things like that. On the way in one day, I saw a snake, a coyote, a prairie dog, and a rabbit, which was unusual all in the same day. I don't normally see them all in the same day, but there's a lot of wildlife out here, and I really enjoy that. Okay, so back to travel, my travel tip of the day, just so you know. And this is what the Hilton actually has started, and other hotels will follow suit. Maybe not yet, but they probably will. If you want your rooms cleaned daily, you are going to have to ask for it, because the Hilton properties phone. Okay, are we back? Okay, what happened? Oh, there I am. Okay, there I am back. Okay, that was my phone ringing. I apologize about that. It's called on-demand housekeeping. Yes, there's a new thing out there. You let housekeeping know that you'd like your room cleaned, and they will be right over. But it is on demand. Otherwise, long-term stay rooms will be cleaned every 5th day. Now, if my voice didn't come back, if you don't hear the sound, please let me know, but I think we're okay with that, because when the phone interrupts, I try to make sure everybody knows not to call my phone when I do this, but of course, somebody does. So anyway, and there's our chamber phone. So anyway, demand housekeeping, daily housekeeping, every 5th day is called on-demand housekeeping. So when you book your rooms, you're going to need to let them know, do you want housekeeping every day? They will still do it every day if you ask, but they're not going to be automatically doing it every day. And this starts at all the Hilton properties, and I'm sure this is going to spread out amongst the entire United States. Usually one big brand like that, when it starts something, then it evolves, everybody else jumps in. I know a lot of people who don't want their rooms cleaned every day. Personally, I don't want my room cleaned every day, but I do love the fact that someone comes in and straightens up and does things like that. So that I do enjoy, okay? To me, that's part of a perk of traveling, and I always make sure that I leave something nice for housekeeping, a nice tip, because I think it's important. Yeah, I do. So, all right, let me cruise in here for a minute. It says, on demand sounds great to me. Don't clean my house every day. Okay, all right, that's very highly. Thanks, that's good. That's a good point. We don't clean our homes every day. Well, most of us don't clean every single day. So I think we'll see how it works. I think it'll probably work out really well, because like I said, I know several people that don't want anyone in their room, and they're only going to be there a couple days. They just like to tidy it up. So just keep that in mind. And if you do go somewhere and you notice your housekeeping isn't there, check the front desk and ask. And if you think the price will be less because of this, no, that's not going to happen. The prices are still going to be the same, whether you get daily or on demand. So I know we can dream, but the price is the same. All right, so that's my tip. I wanted you to know that, so when you are traveling, you know what's going on out there. Okay, so who else is saying hi there? Hey, Dan Scanny, how are you? Good to see you as well. And I am here standing in front of a television that is on Weather Spy. I am inside the chamber at the Borrego Springs Chamber of Commerce, and definitely now I can see behind me that they're promoting Hawaii as well. Lots of things happening in Hawaii. More in travel news. Well, there are a lot of good things happening out there. There's a lot of crazy things. There's a lot of newbies out there, and I'm hearing that's part of the problem with the air rage that we're having on airlines, that frankly a lot of these people have never flown before. And I'm not singling anyone out, don't get offended, but they don't really seem to realize there's a protocol when you are on jets, when you are flying with other people. They did not seem to realize a lot of this. So maybe it's up to travel agencies and agents and whatnot to let people know that when you fly, you have to be courteous. You're there with a bunch of other people, and tragically, if things go wrong, it's not good. So they say the researchers are attributing all this rage out there and all these crazy things happening to people not ever traveling before. They don't understand that there's complications. They don't understand that nothing goes according to plan. It never does when you travel, but travelers, full-fledged travelers that do it all the time, they understand this and they just go with the flow. The newbies don't quite seem to get this. So let's have patience with them. And maybe we can actually, if we see a newbie on the road or they come into the chamber or whatnot, let's help them out. In fact, in 120-degree weather, which is not 120, but when it's very, very hot, we will have visitors come in here in the middle of the day and say they're going to go hiking in the middle of the day. And our first question is, do you hike normally? And a lot of times they think walking up and down the street's a hike. No. And they don't have enough water, and we educate them on what it's going to be like out there and what could possibly happen. And then once they understand this, they say, I think we will wait till tomorrow morning or late in the evening, or maybe not hike at all. So it's all about education. Okay, enough of that. So travel news. Tennessee is offering $250 flight vouchers for booking hotels. It is part of the Tennessee On Me promotion. If vouchers are good for travel to Nashville, Memphis, Chattanooga, and Knoxville airports through Delta, American, or Southwest, the program is called Tennessee On Me, and Tennessee is offering $250 flight vouchers to get you to come over to Tennessee. Nashville, so much fun. I had so much fun there in Nashville. It's definitely a must-see on everyone's list. All right, let me see if I can kind of zoom in here and see what Kathleen wrote. Let's see. Travel is definitely not the same. Thank you for reminding us, as we are just excited to be flying again. Yes, that's true. Yes, I know. I'm excited. I was excited to spend the night. I'm out here somewhere different. I'm excited anytime I drive down the road and think I'm going somewhere. That's what traveling is all about. It shouldn't be about anger and yelling and fighting and being mean and rude to people and things. That's not what travel is about. You're going out there to experience different locations, experience maybe this right here. I don't know, what are these guys doing? Oh, they're riding a motorcycle through some town, experiencing different locations, different people, different cultures, different everything. And we should be enjoying it, and it shouldn't be, it should not be a bad experience. Okay, we usually make it bad. So anyway, all right, enough of that. All right, Disney World plans to reopen all hotel by year's end. Reopening dates have been scheduled for the Animal Kingdom Lodge, All-Star Music Resort, Port Orleans Resort, and All-Star Sports Resort. So again, all hotels should be open by year's end for Disneyland. And more fees are on the way. Maui seeks to levy a new tax on tourists. A new state law allows Hawaii's countries to collect a 3% tax from visitors staying at hotels and other short-term rentals. So Hawaii is adding a 3% tax when you go visit now on hotel stays and rentals. So just more money added on to your bill. So be prepared for that. I'm seeing some fees that don't even make sense to me now. If you see a fee on one of your bills, please ask them about it. Try to find out, is it mandatory? Is it not mandatory? It's, yeah, lots of new fees out there. Will they go away? I don't know. I don't know. Baggage fees have gone away for a lot of airlines, but now that so many people are flying, they're going to bring back some of these fees. That's the way it just seems to happen. All right, Canadian discount carrier Flair is resuming U.S. service. U.S. destinations are to include Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Las Vegas, Phoenix, Mesa, Burbank. Oh wait, excuse me, I messed that whole thing up. So let's try this again. Orlando, Sanford, and Fort Lauderdale, Las Vegas, Phoenix, Mesa, Burbank, California, and Palm Springs, California. Yeah, so Flair is going to be flying into Palm Springs, which is only about 90 minutes away from Borrego Springs, so that'll be good for everybody in this area. So good on Flair, and that is a Canadian discount. I'm sure you've heard that they're going to open the border to U.S. travelers, vaccinated U.S. travelers. They are saying August 9th. All right, so definitely things are changing, things are opening. All right, also in the news with Richard Branson, he did it. Of course, Jeff Bezos, he did it as well. Their flights are incredible. They both looked amazing. I was really excited. Virgin Galactic already has more than 600 reservations for would-be space tours. More than 600 already. And the tickets initially costing $250,000 a piece. The price has probably gone up. I don't know, but I don't think they're going to come down for a while, but they already have a lot of people. Jeff Bezos, I'm sure he has a long list now of people waiting to go on his rocket up into space. So again, here we go. It is the way of the world. All right. United and Mesa, they ink deals for electric regional aircraft. Yes, can you believe that? Electric powered aircraft. I can barely say it because my mind is going, wow. All right, so United and regional partner Mesa Airlines have each committed to buying 100 electric planes from the Swedish startup Heart Aviation. So the electric plane is here. Wow, times are a-changing, I keep saying that. They are here. So why not though? Why not? But they need to go more than 350 miles like a car. They need to go a little bit farther than that. And can you think all the electric power a jet is going to need? I would think I don't know any of this, but to me, I would see that the wings would have solar panels on them or be solar incorporated. So the whole body of the plane, I'm not sure, but pretty cool stuff. All right. And let's see, you better check with your travel agents as Italy bans large cruise ships from Venice. Effective August 1st, if you have a cruise scheduled to go to Venice, and that is October 1st or later, they are banning those ships going into Venice. So I would check now to make sure your travel agent tells you what is happening so you don't expect to go into Venice and then you don't go. And then they say the change, well, we didn't know. Well, they do know because they've already said it as of August 1st. So check with your agent, the cruise line, and find out where they're taking you instead. If it was your lifelong dream to go to Venice and the ship is not stopping there, then maybe you might want to pick a new itinerary, new cruise line or whatever, or just fly over and hang around in Venice for a while. So I just wanted you to know that because sometimes we don't hear about these things until we actually board and we're off and they say, by the way, the ship has changed our destination, our docks, our ports of call, and we won't be stopping in certain places. And that's not fun to find out when you are on the ship and already gone. So like again, if you think you booked a cruise that stops in Venice as of August 1st, large cruise ships will not be allowed in there. All right, got it. Okay. And I said before, Borrego Day is October 23rd and 24th in October. Book your rooms now. This is our big kickoff event. It's a big 2-day festival at Christmas Circle. If you are a vendor and you'd like to be involved or you want to donate to be part of the event as well, you can go to the chamber website, borregosprings.chamber.com, or go to visitborrego.com, and you can send me an email, give me a call or whatever, and I'll send you whatever information you would need. I want to thank all the sponsors of Traveling with Francoise, BW of Palm Springs, Mike Thompson's RV Superstore in Cathedral City, Diane Williams and Associates, Indian Ridge Country Club, A1 Custom Golf Cars, Desert Battery, Borrego Springs Resort and Spa, ACT Tours. ACT Tours had their first travel club of the desert meeting. It was packed with people. Everyone had a great time. They will resume those meetings once a month, the first Wednesday of every month. You can check their ACT Tours Facebook page for more info, and I usually put it out on Traveling with Francoise as well. A lot of fun to go to. It's free, and they talk about travel. People win some prizes, and it's just 2 hours of travel, and it's a lot of fun. It's people sharing stories and dreams and all sorts of things. So check it out. ACT Tours in Palm Springs, Johannes Restaurant in Palm Springs. They are open. The Borrego Springs Chamber of Commerce, I want to thank them. I mean, I'm really proud of what's going on here. So whenever you're in Borrego Springs, please stop by and say hello. Dana Wharf Whale Watching. Yes, whale watching is going on strong. Cabos Pueblos Museum, which is open, but check their website because they do have limited days. They're not open 7 days a week at this point. And Architire in Thousand Palms. I want to thank them so much for all that they do. So on that note, and a few stumbles, see, I don't do a show for a couple of weeks and then I kind of stumble and move all over the place. But we got through another show. I want to thank everybody for joining me. All of you out there, take care. Like I say, travel right now is an experience beyond an experience. Be patient, go with the flow, plan ahead so you don't have as many glitches as you might if you don't plan ahead. And just take it all in and just experience wherever you may end up to be. Instead of it being a certain destination, wherever you stop, explore, educate, enjoy, have a great time, and remember, it's never too late to get a life. See you next time. Bye.